do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Attack! You got tight. I finished him. Hey, switch gears. Hot shot. Check the hot read. Slam. Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Red 80. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Kill. Joker. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Oh, 80. Double up. He's coming. Double that.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you.
Now Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
58, come on. You run.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. Switch. Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
54 mark. Check. Walk 54. Check. Yellow. Check 24. 15. Rush in. Hey, Ripley. Right there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Check 52.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. combo now. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's good for 28 yards.
Alpha. Mike 50. Yellow. Watch the twist. Alert flare. Check 57. Check 50.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Watch the whip. 25. Check 25. 15. Begin. 50. Yellow. Say off. Right there. 54. Right there.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Scott Miller with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike 41. And 80. Check 3. 61. Matchbox lights. The lady. Smooth.
Now Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Cooper was the target there. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Look out,
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Scott Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the
watch twist. Red, Eddie.
Darnold from the gun. He's got the connection to Cooper. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
General West. Right here, 41 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the red 80. Screen. No. Off. We go yellow 80.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Go 58 to Mike. Red 80. What we got? Out.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So 80. Check. Red 80.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Too big for you.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Scott Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Watch the safety. Hey, lady. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch twitch. Watch the lady. Motion. Red lady.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-17. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, watch
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
We're going to start. Yeah, lady. Get your swarm on. He's crashing. He's checking cracks.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. Quick the edge. Come. Shift. Lady. And 80. Check 99.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator, perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Relax. Check out three. Motion.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. It got his man. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That goes for a gain of 31.
Slam. Kill. Yellow. Angle. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 15. Tighten up. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Fresno.
Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his left. And Walker has it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. Hey, keep it up. Check. Yellow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes forced out to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Attack! Exit! He's checking. Crash! Switch! 15! Check 26. Yellow! Hero 15! Bravo!
And again, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he locates Walker, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Steps away to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop. Check 52. Alert 3. Alert 15. Check. Hey, Sunday. Shit. Wide. Get wide.
Mahomes to throw once more. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Easy. Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Hey, 57 color.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield. Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Hey, ladies. 41. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Ready? 41, Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? You go, night.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. Hey, 4-1. Ready? Come to my world.
Hey, exit.
We want it. Come to my world. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on.
To the air again, Darnold. It's caught. Cooper. Touchdown, Falcons. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
It's a very short kick, taken by an up man.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 50. 59 mark.
from the 38. Mahomes. Buying time, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Glasgow in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Scott Miller, 66 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running from the gun, Johnson. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down. It's Patterson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A 49-yard attempt.
And And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Let's go, bring it up. At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch the shit. Hey, 57. Smoke. Check three. Slam.
Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Bravo.
41's the Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 41. Mike 41. Here we go. Here we go.
Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
You think you gonna get this? Lady. Hey, lady. Turn it up. Watch that. Motion. Hey, lady.
Hey, wahoo.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Watch twins.
Go.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, 41's Mike. Coming in.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 1st down, Patterson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
41 Mike. Hey, lady. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Open man is born. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Hey, 5-7.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, 41's Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Howard.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Here we go.
Yellow.
Under 10. 10. Slam. Out.
Attack.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yellow.
Kill. Switch.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Switch 93 in my life.